Why is it every time when I'm about to sit down to start recording, suddenly the clouds start developing? You see, the clouds start developing and they would spoil my video quality. And I'm getting thirsty, commissioners. Can I drink some water? You see. Okay, thank you. Thank you, commissioner. This, this it is hot. Hello, everybody. So we are at the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry, and guess who's there? His name is Doctor. Middle name. I get it. I 100% get it. That especially in the Black community, sometimes we want our names to follow us in life. Like myself, Nguntu Tugo, and I'm also Nkandla. So I guess my parents wanted me to have Intu Tugo in life. Also be lucky. So with Julius Mkhwanazi, he is Julius Dr. Mkhwanazi, if that's what I heard him say. But anyways, we are not there. Now let's talk about the optics. You know, Julius Mkhwanazi's optics, they are quite interesting. They remind me of, mostly it's done in the US, where a woman either unalived her child or children or unalived her husband or boyfriend. So the optics, when she goes to court, she must not look like the Black Widow or unaliver of children. She needs to look innocent and also poised and maybe a borderline mental health, something like that, so that she doesn't come with power suits and then everybody starts, instead of focusing on the content of her character, they will now focus on her optics. There'll be minimal makeup. The hairstyle is usually a ponytail that is about here. Others, they actually do like the baby ponytails things, on the sides to show innocence. Now I'm looking at Julius Mkhwanazi. Julius Mkhwanazi, who is proudly says that he's a commissioner. And I am thinking, how much exactly do you earn a month? I mean, we've seen your flashy lifestyle prior to all of this. G-Wagons, and it's very expensive. I think they were Versace, if I'm not mistaken. And you have a suit that looks like that. Like it was bought Kwatunusa. And there's nothing wrong with buying a suit Kwatunusa, former Kwatunusa. But the optics is so that when we look at Julius, we must say, oh, he's so innocent. He is so that's the optics that he's giving. Okay, I just thought let me, share my thoughts on that, because of course you need to show things like that. Dr. Mashazi, she came with a power suit to show you that she is in charge. And that is why she was speaking in the manner in which she was speaking to the commissioners as well as the evidence leader, because you pause her. So you better respect her as such. Julius Mkhwanazi came as a little boy that you must say, oh, no, I'm Julius. And I think there might be some people who looked at him and thought, oh, and then I cannot get over, you see. With Dr. Mashazi, it was remember. And I'm thinking, what are we supposed to remember again? Okay, we'll remember that. Now with Julius, you see. And the seat is hot, guys. Julius's seat is not just itching him, it is hot, blazing hot. So can you imagine having the seat being hot, and then at the same time you have some kind of disdain or hatred or anger towards a former colleague, that when you talk you end up screaming and everybody's like, calm down, take some water, bro. I know it's hot down there, but calm down. It's been so hilarious. Okay, now let's talk about what I am hearing in the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry, and I do have my notes right here. And so now and again, I'm going to look at them because, hey, Kuningi, I found it quite interesting. Oh, wait. I'm wondering, Brown Mkhwanazi, I mean, because Julius Mkhwanazi was trained by the FBI as well as LAPD, is he also a CIA agent? Because some of us know that most South African police service, those are in the upper accolades, like in like special task forces or some like intelligence and your hawks, your yeah, all those people. They are trained by the FBI, whether we like that or not. They are trained by the FBI. And I do think as well CIA might also train South African intelligence one way or the other. If it's not CIA, it might be MI6 or something like that, or all of the above. Because we are running a constitutional democracy and we're in the southern part of the world, and we also have an ocean. We are surrounded by ocean. And so scrupulous and nefarious characters can utilize our ports of entry by sea to do nefarious things, which already nefarious things are happening in South Africa under the watch of the intelligence. And then you have to ask yourself questions like, so your FBI and CIA and LAPD, NYPD, and whatever other PDs in the United States that trained some of our officers, you guys turned that training in corruption? Because when you listen to Mkhwanazi, there are some things that are picked up. There are silent things that are loud if you are not listening attentively. We'll talk about that. For example, he says that with their training with FBI, one of the things that they learned was body language, how to read body language. And I'm thinking like, sir, you are already failing on the stage. You look nervous. You are almost like a cat that is amongst these huge dogs. And then he wants to now stand up and say, try me, I will claw you, type of situation. So I found that quite interesting. And then intelligence gathering. I was so sure that he was going to say the reason why I built a relationship with Kat Matlala, it's because I've been hearing about this man being involved in nefarious things. So I came close to him for intelligence gathering. You know, something that Bram Khotse will claim. I thought because what is the Mkhwanazi is already in the force, he probably has that skill to build and gather intelligence on this man. But no. But excuse me, I have flu, guys. So instead, what I am hearing is Kat Matlala was approached by somebody, and then this somebody connected him with Kat Matlala. And then when he discovered that Kat Matlala owns a hospital, and I still think, guys, that clinic or hospital, whatever it is, with Mike van Wyk, it's a front. And I know in the error committee, Ken Matlala defended, says, I mean, if I'm fronting, why would I be in charge of the company's full finances? Hello. We're not dumb. We are not dumb. You might say that you are in full control of the finances. No. So we understand how fronting operates because some of us have done some courses on these sort of things. All that they need out of you, for example, I'll give you a very practical example. A cleaner of a big conglomerate that was probably fined for not having BEE partners or something of that nature. Or maybe they don't want to be outside of compliance with BEE policy. What they do is the directors will remain the same. Same race, in most cases white. They will be all white, but the CEO or even the CFO or one of the directors is going to be the cleaner. Every single time Uma Mary, when she comes in the morning at you, she goes to her janitor room to collect her mops and detergents and to begin cleaning. Somebody comes to her and say, Ma Unjad, how are you doing? Come to the bottom, let's have some tea. While we're having, okay, the company is doing XYZ and we would like you to put your signature down here. And they probably make sure that Uma Mary is not that well educated to understand all these words that are written on that piece of paper. And Uma Mary, every morning she signs. Is she in control of the finances of the company? Technically, yes, because on the BEE, a compliance certificate, she is the CEO or the CFO or something that is big. We get all of those things. Like, hello, that I think Cat Matlala is fronting for these guys, but the full operation is with the real owners. I'm not saying it's true, but I'm just saying some of us did some of the training when it comes to this and how to identify fronting. And then I think Julius Mkhwanazi discovered something like that, and he thought to himself, how am I going to benefit? Oh, I would just moonlight. I would work for the EMPD, but at the same time, I'm going to have a share in the Cat Matlala VIP security server, whatever it is it's called. So that is why I'm very interested to see the owners or the shareholders or co-owners of Cat Matlala a VIP security. And then another question I was asking myself now when it comes to the vehicle donation matter. Where was the government when the EMPD runs out of vehicles? And what vehicles are these are we talking about? And how is it possible that an entire civilian walks into a government institution and say, I want to make some donation of vehicles as a marketing strategy? Because to me, what you are saying is the people that will accept it, because as far as I know, guys, this is why leadership is so important, or understanding of leadership is important. As a police officer, you're not supposed to take gifts, donations, or anything that is an act of kindness towards you. There are countries where they will just do this or push it away because it's easy for you to use that against the police or the leader. Like, when you are taking things from me, and I'll tell the people that you have been asking bribes from me. That is why being a leader, and also when you are in the law enforcement field, you need to be, say it with me, fit and proper. In the Bible, it talks about we need to be blameless and spotless. So now, if this is a marketing strategy, even worse, because Cat Matlala will expect tenders from the EMPD in the future because he has made donations. Do you see you are already telling on yourselves? Because I don't think this deal just came for free. Yes, he said free, but you who executed it, what did you get in return? What did you get in return? And then let's also talk about the relationship between Mkhwanazi, Mapiyeye, as well as Peace. Guys, these are Metro Police officers, and you already know how I feel about them. There are parts of Mkhwanazi that he's saying that I believe. Like, for example, the plan that he got very upset about to a point where he was asked to drink some water and calm down. I think that is true, that because, again, we are dealing with Metro Police. These are one of the most corrupt people we have in our system. Metro Police, whether you're talking about GMPD, eThekwini PD, or you're talking about EMPD, they are corrupt. So to sabotage each other, they will do what Mkhwanazi is saying. So there's a part of it that I actually believe, but because of these factions, somebody's like, I'm going to sabotage him, and since I get the first chance to say something in the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry, I will take the glory. And then I'm telling you, Space walked away with the glory. And now it's becoming a little bit difficult to even trust and believe Mkhwanazi at this point, because the man is nervous, and two, that stain in our heads about what happened to Tsipa, the coppers, the appointment. Sir, you are blowing wind. You are blowing into the wind, a gusty wind in Cape Town, for that matter. I don't think anybody's gonna believe you. So I on that one, most definitely, I do not think that he's entirely lying. And you can tell body language is very, very clear. The part where he got upset, that to me convinced me that he's right. He is right on that one. But unfortunately, Dr. Mkhwanazi, too much damage on your name. You are associated with people that I don't think you'll be able to explain yourself under cross-examination. You're already cracking. I think you're going to crack even worse under cross-examination. And I don't think Ceci Baloy, our advocate Ceci Baloy, senior counsel, as well as Sandile Kumalo, senior advocate Sandile Kumalo, senior counsel, this is the SC. They are going to cook you. And don't get me started with Justice Madlanga. So I think that's what is making him nervous. But before I go too far, because I think they're about to come back in 30 seconds, let me end the video right here. I thought, let me just give you an overview of what I'm seeing, because we haven't gotten the crux of the matter just yet. So everything is still at the surface, but I'm having some suspicions. There are things that he's admitting without him realizing that he's admitting them, like the relationship with Kat Matlala, as well as how he, I think it was a coup on my PAM, and I think it was also a coup on Spies, hence he ended up leaving or retired, and then now he's somewhere in Tuan. Anyways, I'm getting thirsty, you see. I hope the audio picked that up. The throat action. Okay. The what's the word again? Is it gobbling? The gobbling. Anyways, see you later. Goodbye.